All right, let's talk about the Giants. The 2024 NFL Draft kicks off Thursday, April 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, round one only. We have rounds 2 and 3 on April 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then rounds 4 through 7 on Sunday, April 27th, starting at noon. I don't know why I love this weekend, but I do. It's the only draft I pay attention to, and I think this is going to be a pivotal draft for the Giants. I mean, it feels like every year has been a pivotal year for the Giants, but this especially because you're gonna know a lot about the direction of the organization. We have 6 picks. We have the 6th pick overall, the 47th, the 70th, the 107, 166, 183. So 1 through 6, we have a pick in each of those 6 rounds. We do not have a 7th round pick. We got the 2nd round pick in part of that Leonard Williams trade with the Seattle Seahawks. And then we got our 5th round pick from the 49ers via the Carolina Panthers, which I believe was that part of the Brian Burns pick? Maybe? I don't know. Brian Burns trade, excuse. So we got 6 picks. Our positions of need: wide receiver, cornerback, safety, running back, defensive tackle. Some would say quarterback. I say nay. I'm not going to put quarterback amongst the needs. I don't think we need a quarterback. We need an offensive line to protect our quarterback so he doesn't break his fucking neck and tear his ACL. How about that? Let's try that. Corner to me has got to be the number one need, I feel like. And that's just because I have a very delusional amount of faith in our current wide receiver core. But that's going to be like, to not sign a free agent corner to fill in the vacancy by Adoree Jackson is like, okay, I get it. You've already spent so much on the offensive line and Brian Burns extension. I get it. But that worries me a lot. Even though I do like Nick McLeod and Cordell Flott has shown flashes, I guess, here and there, it's like I don't have a tremendous amount of confidence. But Nick McLeod could prove me wrong. He's proven me wrong before. So, it's not so clear cut. Oh, wide receiver 1 with our first pick. But it is. It really is. I'm just saying, I really do think that next pick has got to be a cornerback. And, I know it's frowned upon, but trading up to get a corner, recent memory hasn't really worked out. When Dave Gettleman did it to pick up DeAndre Baker, we all applauded him because it was like, damn, we got Daniel Jones, we got Dexter Lawrence, and we got DeAndre Baker, top 3 picks. Whoa. What the fuck happened there? Jesus. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities that maybe Shane will draw if he has a guy in mind and he's available and the trade is not King's ransom, then I think I wouldn't put it past him to do that. So safety, obviously another need, not so much though as corner. I mean, I kind of dig what we got in Pinnock and Belton. I guess Belton's doing something, and I could be completely missing all the red flags, but he's got to be doing something on film that the coaching staff doesn't like. Because I watch games and it's never like, fucking Belton, where was he on that one? It's always like it felt like he was just coming up with big plays here and there, and it never felt like he was making really horrific errors. So safety, I'm not as worried about. I mean, we did sign Jalen Mills in free agency. Veteran presence, has been there, done that, playoff, Super Bowl. So maybe he can coach along Dane Belton. So I don't know that safety is really a priority. Corner has got to be the number one priority. 1B to wide receiver 1A, and running back and D tackle. Running back is also an interesting thing to me. I would put D tackle above running back. I don't know. I mean, we already have Devin Singletary, Gary Brightwell, Eric Gray, and now I think we signed what's his name? Nate Miller, Dante Miller. I think it's Dante Miller. So I mean, we already have 4 running backs. It would have to be like, if you could get the best running back in the draft in the 3rd round, I mean, I don't hate it. But to me, with the loss of Leonard Williams, and I guess Nacho too, was it Nacho or Ashawn? Ashawn left. I think we still have Nacho. We might have lost Nacho. I don't know. but you still have Davidson from a couple drafts ago, or was it 2 years ago, 2022 draft? You still have DJ Davidson, and you still have that breakout D tackle from preseason that didn't get to see a lot of playing time in the regular season, which was kind of a bummer because I think he had such a great preseason. Jordan Riley. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. Because I mean, if you watch that preseason and it's like, oh, he's like a certified backup, going to play less than 20% of snaps, but they will be good snaps. And I don't feel like that happened. So yeah, we still have Nacho, but yeah, right now, according to this depth chart, it's DJ Davidson, Dexter Lawrence, Raheem Nunez, Roche, aka Nacho. Uh, so yeah, I would opt for a D tackle unless there's like a no, the best prospect at running back falls in your lap. Does not look like we're going to draft O line. I know that in a lot of the mock drafts that I did leading up to this, before free agency, it was like tackle at 1, guard at 2, center at 3. It was just like, I don't, kind of a joke mock draft, but I just, it's sad that it's taken them this long to publicly state that the offensive line situation has been an absolute dumpster fire for like a decade plus. Like it's crazy that it's taken them that long to publicly say, yes, it has been awful. It needs to be a priority. Um, but it's not like we haven't tried. Like there's this chart. I'm going to try and read it. It's from Doug Analytics, and it's the offensive line draft allocation since 2020. So this only goes back to 2020, but you could probably go back to 20. I'd like to see what it was from 2012 to 2019, if it's the same as what's in this chart. But this chart basically shows that the Giants are far way and above, like very top right of the chart, where I want to say almost 40% of our team's draft value was spent on offensive line, and our total value of offensive line draft picks is over 7,000. So, like, you don't need to know much to know that we are way far right on that chart. So, like, the total value of the draft picks we've spent on the offensive line is very high. So, we're talking first round, second round, and then the percentage of our draft value spent on offensive line. So, yeah, first round, second round since 2020. I mean, Andrew Thomas, first round. Shane Lemieux. Yeah. So Evan Neal, John Michael Schmitz, so it's like we are drafting guys, but I don't feel like that was the case prior to 2020. It was like we draft a guy, but it would be like in the 6th or 7th round. It's like, oh, this guy's never going to start. And sure enough, that guy would never start. So it's just they have missed on the only offensive lineman they haven't really missed on so far, John Michael Schmitz excluded because it's like too soon to tell, I guess, is Andrew Thomas. That's it. So we're drafting him. We're just not doing anything.